Hello people, this is Eric Cobra and this is Let's Play Mass Effect 3. After several days, I have finally gotten the readiness rating up to 100%. Took some time, and yeah, well, I basically finished, what was it, Sunday? Took a short break, and when I returned, the readiness rating had dropped down to 63%. Just because... I don't know. I don't know what I did or what I didn't do, but it dropped. So I had to get up there again today.
What kind of soldier looks at a camp that turns people into husks and goes, yeah, I want to help with that?
The same guy that lets Cerberus stick Reaper tech into his skull. Those bastards aren't human anymore.
Yeah. I'll give my final thoughts on the multiplayer when I talk to people a bit. Oh, sorry.
Warnings about Sanctuary.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Bastards. Horizon was my home. Just tell me you're going to take Cerberus down.
Cerberus is already dead. They just don't know it yet. And when their base is nothing but a smoking crater, remember that you're the one who helped us find them.
Thanks.
Commander?
Didn't mean to interrupt. New article on Quarren Fleet. Palawan, the Turan hierarchy, one of the most powerful respect ground forces in the galaxy, are today paying respect to an unlikely ally, the Marines of the Quarren Fleet. The weakened immune system of Quarren normally means their forces are restricted to ships, but when an emergency technical team was required to repair ground-based comm relay, providing vital intel to the Turan military, one Quarren squad stepped up. Commanded by squad leader Carl Riga, the Quarren team repaired the comm system, then sacrificed their lives holding the position until Krogan troops arrived. When Turan troops offered to provide evac support, Riga refused, insisting that they could not risk the relay falling. He said multiple breaches to the exosuits made evacuation impossible. "We're all dead anyway," Riga reportedly said. "Just make them pay for it." A spokesman for Prime Victor's praised the squad's bravery. "Whatever our past politics, today the galaxy stands together against a single threat," Victor said. "We're humbled by the sacrifice of our allies from Rannoch, and we promise to return the honor." Huh, that's sad. I really like Carl Riga. But this is what he would have wanted. He wouldn't have wanted to lie down, he wanted to go out fighting. Good guy. Shame.
Joker, you asked for news about the human colony, Tiptree.
Hey, Liara, you don't need to worry about that right now.
Now's as good a time as any. I'm getting reports of refugee ships from Tiptree landing on Solarian colonies. I don't have names. I'm sorry. It was mostly children.
Well, Gunny, Hillary, my sister, Gunny's the nickname she's had it since, she's only 15, so if it's children, then maybe I only lost my dad. Kind of an asshole thing to hope for.
Jeff, right now, take any kind of hope you can get.
Thanks. You too.
I'm sorry to hear that, Joker.
Nice work shutting that place down. Is Miranda okay?
She will be.
Even for Cerberus, that place was crazy. They've always been about the ends justifying the means. But how do you do that to innocent people and tell yourself you're helping humanity?
I don't know how the elusive man can stand looking at himself in the mirror.
Honestly, I've been wondering about that for a while with those freaky eyes.
Whatever he's thinking, he won't be thinking it for much longer.
You're damn right, Commander. Commander?
Hello, Shepard. If you have time, I discovered another example of human behavior I do not quite understand.
Oh, thank you. I mean, sure.
Have fun.
What is it now?
Don't know why I thanked you. What up?
The Resistance snuck video cameras inside a Reaper containment camp. I find the images difficult to process.
I bet it's pretty gruesome in there.
I am not easily repulsed, but I expected the prisoners to adhere to a comprehensible hierarchy of needs. Stripped of societal norms and threatened with death, it is logical that their only priority be survival. They should have turned on each other and been uncompromisingly selfish. But not all were.
So the prisoners were, what, nice to each other?
The Reapers delayed the executions of prisoners who informed them about other prisoners' escape attempts. The more attempts reported, the longer a prisoner would live. But few of the prisoners would report. Some fed misinformation to the Reapers, at the cost of their own lives, to help prisoners who were not even relatives or friends.
It's not just about living till tomorrow. Sometimes you take a stand.
But the probability of success was near zero. And ultimately, they failed. No prisoners escaped.
Are you saying submission is preferable to extinction?
My primary function is to preserve and defend the... No, I disagree. Shepard, I'm going to modify my self-preservation code now.
Why?
Because the Reapers are repulsive. They are devoted to nothing but self-preservation. I am different. When I think of Jet, I think of the person that put his life in peril and freed me from a state of servitude. I would risk non-functionality for him. And my core programming should reflect that.
Sounds like you found a little humanity, Edie. Is it worth defending?
To the dead.
Welcome to the crew, Edie.
How's it going? Did I miss anything good?
I will explain later, Jeff. But it was something good. I would like a moment to myself, Shepard. I am examining human literature.
Okay. So yeah. I mean, of course, I would prefer to not die, even saying all that. But I would prefer dying to become Reaper slave, so... yeah. But if I can avoid dying altogether, that would also be nice. Alright, who's where? Everyone's just kinda hanging around.
Can you feel it, Shepard? Feel the quickening? Elusive man better say his prayers tonight, because we are coming for him. Murderous asshole. Oh, yeah. Tide is turning. I feel it.
Kaidan, have you decapitated anyone recently? Just curious.
After what I saw down there, I have never been more filled with rage.
I understand.
Sanctuary. Elusive man's obviously crazy, but bring him on. Cases like this, I don't mind killing crazy. Ready for the next mission. Whatever you got.
Good to hear. Hey, Tali.
Shepard! Want a drink? I'm hosting Miranda, I think.
How are you getting drunk?
Very carefully. Torian brandy, triple filtered, then introduced into the suit through an emergency induction port.
That's a straw, Tali.
Emergency induction port. It's actually getting a little harder to get it into the slot. I think that means it's working.
I can definitely tell you
She
it's
was
working.
so rude. What did Jack call her? Cerberus cheerleader? With her perfect genes and that attitude and still, she got it done. She stopped her father.
You okay, Tali? I mean, you don't...
I didn't realize this would be so hard on you.
I didn't like her. Keela, she was such a bitch.
True. At
But
times.
I respected her. Sometimes that's better than liking. She did whatever it took to stop her father. She never gave in to him, never changed herself to please him.
Are you having something you want to talk about?
Don't me. You sound like a Vorcha.
Seeing a bit of yourself in Miranda fighting your father?
I spent my life trying to live up to him. Then making up for his mistakes, doing what he'd have wanted.
It's never that easy.
When do we get to stop reacting to our parents and start living for ourselves?
When we choose to.
The answer to that one's at the bottom of that glass.
I might need help with the induction straw. Port. You know, I'm having a drink with my boyfriend. My human boyfriend. My father would have hated you.
Good.
Here's to him, then.
And to Miranda. Nice job, you genetically perfect Cerberus cheerleader Boschtet. Kila Solai.
You have some fun, and then get some rest. You need to... You know, between Miranda, Tali, Garrus, Thane, Jacob... Samara? Ashley? Rex? My God! So many people have issues with their parents! I mean, Samara... And Samara's Asari, so... Oh my God, I suddenly realized, do you everyone out there, do you realize how many of my squad members have some form of daddy issues? Oh my God! That's like, wow, that's like a revelation.
I've studied Protheans my entire life. If I'd been shown the beacon on Thessia earlier...
You would have needed Shepard's cipher to comprehend it.
I still could have learned from it. Instead, my mother hid the galaxy's most important archaeological find from me. It must have been such a joke to her when I became a Prothean researcher.
Yeah.
Penalties for withholding Prothean technology are among the harshest in Council space. Your mother's motives may have been simply to shield you.
Perhaps. Thank you, Edie. I hadn't considered that.
Wow, awkward. I talk about people having parental issues and then I walk in on this. Research data from Pragia. Data on experimental gene therapies was buried in the ruins of the Pragia research facility. While most gene therapy takes years to show results, Pragia scientists discovered a way to shorten the process. 2 intact samples vials have been recovered from the facility. One only limiting factor is that only one such therapy can be applied per 10 months period without causing serious nerve damage to the recipient. Oh, this will be good. I already have a good recharge. Might as well put that research to good use.
How's Miranda?
She'll make a recovery.
I'm not surprised. Miranda always struck me as a driven woman. I'm glad she made it. It's good to see you.
Possible book titles. Glyph, please flag this as a list of possible book titles. When this is all over, I'd like to publish what we learned about the Protheans. The Prothean, a living legacy. The Prothean Empire, the Protheans, the last Prothean, living history of the Protheans. I despise picking up titles for my own academic research. Prothean Journeys, Journeys with the Prothean. I can't let disappointment stop me from learning the Protheans' history. It's just as naive as thinking they were all benevolent. And I've perhaps been arrogant, judging an entire species on what little time I had to know its sole survivor. He was hardly responsible for the skewed view I had of his people. I performed with the idea of writing a book with Javik, and to my surprise he said he would think about it. Perhaps it's a start. Well, yeah, and Javik...
Please, enjoy your day.
Yeah. And, yeah, Javik wouldn't be the best example of Prothean culture. I mean, he would know about it, and I certainly agree that Protheans did things that I don't agree with, but he came from a very violent time where basic niceties were an unaffordable luxury.
So the elusive man really believes he can control Reapers.
Apparently.
Husks are one thing, but a whole fleet? The man is insane.
Oh, ambitious. Can't be hard to see the difference sometime.
A lot of Turians went to Sanctuary. When I meet the elusive man, I'm going to carve their names into his skull.
Not sure there will be enough space. I mean, I plan to shoot him one time per person he's wronged, but with the amount of ammo needed, there wouldn't be room for us left on the ship.
How's it going?
Just fine, just fine. Next floor.